What's up everybody, I'm Pedro and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about 4 things that you can incorporate in your life to live a more healthy and active lifestyle while working as a software engineer. But before we get into that, please make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss any one of my uploads. So I have always been a strong advocate of a healthy and active lifestyle ever since I graduated from high school, but given the fact that software engineering is quite a sedentary job, I really do think that we should prioritize our mental health and our physical health a lot more than what we already do. More and more of us are working from home, and trying to find that balance between self-care and working more has become a lot more tricky. And a lot of the times we let our personal health suffer in the pursuit of greater productivity and less stress, which only really ends up magnifying the latter. So here are some tips that I think can help you get started in taking better care of yourself and building a much healthier and more balanced lifestyle for yourself. So the first healthy lifestyle tip for software engineers is to stand up from your desk, go outside, and get yourself moving. Like I said, software engineering can be quite a sedentary job, and no matter how much money you spend on a quality, comfortable chair or on a standing desk, nothing can replace actually going outside to get some physical exercise and moving your body. I personally enjoy lifting weights, going on walks, or going on runs. But maybe you don't have time for that, or maybe given the current restrictions, you don't have access to a gym. It really doesn't have to be anything that requires you to leave your house. There are tons of resources all over YouTube and Google of exercise routines that you can do at home that require no equipment. There's always the option of doing yoga and stretching, or just taking 5 to 10 minutes to step outside of that office space and walk around the rest of your house or your apartment or wherever you're living. This next one may not seem like that big of a deal until you've spent about 5 to 6 hours staring at a screen with your body completely dehydrated and your eyes just gasping for moisture. Alright, that might seem like a little bit of an exaggeration, but it really isn't. Alright, so tip number 2 is to make sure that you're drinking enough water throughout the day. We're expected to take in about 8 to 10 cups of water every day, and most of us don't even get that without sitting at our desks working a desk job. So the fact that you're spending 8 hours a day just staring at a computer, putting your eyes under a lot of strain, and then letting them get dried out too, will only cause further damage to your eyes and possibly lead to you needing to get glasses a lot sooner. And aside from that too, it's been shown that drinking water throughout the day also helps to subdue unnecessary snacking, since sometimes we confuse dehydration for hunger. And so if you just drink a lot of water throughout the day, you're also going to probably end up losing weight just from not snacking excessively. And we all know that most of us don't want to gain excess weight from just sitting around doing work all day. While the last 2 tips were about keeping your body healthy, these next 2 tips are about your mental health and promoting keeping a healthy mind alongside a healthy body. So lifestyle tip number 3 is to write down everything you got done at work today. Yeah, definitely got all 3 of those done. As software engineers, we're told all the time to break down our big programs into small, workable chunks that we can complete one piece at a time. But sometimes that just gets thrown completely out of the window when it comes to the work that we get done on a day-to-day basis. A common productivity tip that a lot of people like to follow is to write down a list of tasks or goals that they'd like to achieve in a given day. And while I do think that this is fairly sound advice, sometimes we can overextend ourselves and make a list that's way too big and is beyond any reality of what we could possibly get done in one day. Having these unrealistic expectations of ourselves ultimately just sets us up for disappointment and unneeded stress. By writing down the things that we got done, we are acknowledging that we are human and that we actually completed these tasks and that these are still accomplishments. We don't need to be disappointed that we didn't get 20 things done. Instead, we should be happy that we got 5 things done and that tomorrow we can work towards finishing the other 15 things that got left over. This is a much healthier mindset, and really it's just going to boost your productivity because you're going to look forward to working the next day or working the next work session or whatever you have set up for yourself. It may not seem like a lot, but this tiny shift in our perspective can have a huge effect on the way we perceive our productivity and can help us manage our mental health and our stress levels a lot better. Okay, and the 4th and final healthy lifestyle tip for software engineers is to just take a break sometimes. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking, but Pedro, how am I going to get work done if I'm just taking breaks all the time? I spend most of my day napping. I'm not getting anything done. Well, I'm not saying to never work and to just step away from the computer all the time, right? I'm just saying sometimes the best thing that we can do for our mental health is to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, maybe 20, 30 if you've really just been going at it all day, and just do something else. Put your mind on something else. And studies have shown that sometimes the best thing that we can do in order to boost our productivity is to just step away and let our subconscious process the information that we've been consciously processing for 3, 4, 5, however many hours you've been working continuously. I can personally say that some of my aha moments for figuring out a problem that I've been working on for hours or days has been when I've just gone and taken a break, talked to friends, watched some Netflix, or just did something else. And it just randomly came to me that like, oh, I should try this the next time that I get on the computer. And it's been a lot more stress-free and a lot more free-flowing in comparison to me just torturing myself by staying at my computer for a lot longer than I should, because I feel some sense of I have to get this done now, otherwise I'm never going to get it done. There seems to be a very negative stigma around taking breaks and not being able to code endlessly for hours on end. And there really isn't. We're human. We have a certain capacity for how long we can focus on any one thing before getting burned out. And really, this just leads to worsening imposter syndrome and thinking that if I was only better, then maybe I would be able to code for 24 hours nonstop and be able to learn all this stuff without stopping. And that's a very unhealthy mindset to have, because I'm sure there's no one out there that can do that and perform consistently at the same level all the time. It's just not going to happen. And so you shouldn't hold yourself to those kinds of standards, and you should listen to your body. If you need a break and you're feeling burned out and tired, then you should take a break. Also, don't underestimate a 20-minute nap. That is self-care with a capital S. Alright, that's all I have for today, but if you enjoyed what you watched today, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all my videos in the future. If there was anything here that you found controversial, if you wanted to talk about, feel free to throw that in the comments section. And yeah, I'll see everybody in the next video.